guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy my channel and I hope you enjoy me because I enjoy you. So another edition of our Pillsbury, and I hope you guys are excited because I'm excited. This one happens to have a special extra something. And those of you who joined me in my Instagram live yesterday, well last night, late last night, thank you to my Luna. I love you so much, honey. Thank you for being there. Thank you to my Aunt Vicky who was there and my cousin Natalie who was there. Thank you ladies for being up late last night and joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you guys make it. And for those of you who didn't, go check it out. I showed you step by step how to make it. I will talk briefly about it, and I'll link my Instagram down below because I did do the Instagram movie, I think is what it's called on there. I don't know, it was my first time. It's my first time, go around. Don't come for me. So, and that will be the main dish to these, since these are more of like a little appetizer. It only makes 12, so I wanted to make a main dish to go with this, and it only made sense to make it with this. You guys are gonna love it. So, and you guys, please do not forget, June, the entire month, is National Pride Month. Support. Yes, please, 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 please do everything that you can. I know with all the other crap that's going on, let's do not forget about Pride Month, you guys. Super, super important. Please support them. And it's very important to me. Very, very important to me. I have many people in my baking community who are LGBT, and many people in my personal life who have been able to get married and are trying to adopt, who are still having hard times doing so, which to me, I have a very strong opinion about that. So, anywho's, we are going to pop over here, and then, yes, it costs nothing to be a nice person. We're gonna chat about this because this gal is having a tough day. I'd like to chat with you guys. Do a little vent session if you don't mind. Anywho, my lovelies, my precious people, let's pop over and get into this. Super excited. Come join me. Okay, starting off to the left, over there we have a medium bowl that, as of this moment, is empty. It won't be for long, don't you worry yourself. And then over here, we have a generous 1.5, maybe 2 cups of shredded mozzarella. As you know, I'm going to turn into an Italian during this video because I want to. And then back there, star of the show is, now you can do one of two things. It said that you can get, it's 1 can of 8-ounce Pillsbury refrigerated Crescent dinner rolls. And then in parentheses it says regular or 90 calorie. Interesting. Or you could do the Pillsbury refrigerated Crescent Dough Sheet. As you can see, I opted for the dough sheet only because in the instructions, if you get the Crescent dinner rolls, it tells you to firmly pinch and press the perforations. I ain't about to mess with all that, so I'm going to do the dough sheet and I'm going to cut it into my sections, and that's going to make my life better today, and that's what I need. Okay? Okay. And then we have 12 frozen, cooked Italian style meatballs. Okay? Okay. And then down here in this cute little tiny bowl, precious, isn't she? Yeah, you precious little thing. Anywho, hold on. The cost for a 1/2 teaspoon of dried Italian seasoning and a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. Now, for those of you that joined me last night, and those who have watched previous videos will know this about me, I am a seasoner. And what is a seasoner? I season the crap out of everything. Why? Because who likes anything that doesn't have seasoning, number one? And I'm not a plain Jane. Yes, what are you saying? You don't eat. Correct, I don't. But I used to. I know what things used to taste like, okay? And I don't like to feed anyone that tastes like blah, okay? So, what did I add to this? Correct. The marriage to garlic is onion powder. Correct. Correct. Onion powder is in there. But I also did add fennel. Now, my baby Luna, I know you don't like fennel, honey bun. You can take the fennel out. And anyone, as always, you can add, omit, do anything you like to any of these recipes. You do you. This is your kitchen. You make it happy. I want you to be happy. So, if there's anything in any of these that I add that you don't like, omit it. Just omit it, baby. It is okay. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings. No, sir, no, ma'am. It is okay. Moving on. Okay. Hey, how you doing, girlfriend? Yes, that is my baker's joy. And my brush. Guys, let's just... I know this is stupid. But let's just chat about my brush. Every time I go to wash it, and, you know, whatever, the paint keeps coming off. And I ain't about that life. So what do? I grabbed my clear nail polish and I painted the crap out of that, girlfriend. Yeah, see if you come off now. Sucker. Brush 1. Me 1. We'll see who gets the next one. I'll tell you in the next video. And, guys, we're using our mini muffin tin. Now, and the, which one was it? I don't know. The one that the Southern Snackers previewed on their channel. I used the regular one and it called for the mini one because I wanted regular. I decided to pull out my mini one in here. Now we're only making 12. I don't have a 12. This is a 24 because my orders are very large. So it would do me no good to have a 12. So I have a 24 and I have a 48. My light is flickering. Yes, God? Or Satan? More likely Satan. You can't have me just yet, alright? Give me a second. I'm filming here. Anyway, back to you. So yes, this is why I don't have a 12. Because my orders are much larger. It would not do me any good to have a 12. I didn't have time for that. So I've got a 24 and a 48. So that's what we're going to deal with. But first step, we are going to head over back here to our other station and we're going to pay attention to our sheet, our dough sheet. But before we do that, we're going to talk about our main dish to this. So give me a second, people. Okay, guys, here we are. This is what I pre-made last night on my Instagram. Now, this is, I know what you're all saying, special. You moron, it's only spaghetti. Well, gee, maybe you're right. Half right. Yep, half. Because, yes, it is spaghetti. Well, as you may notice, it does have chili in it. But, like I said last night, you can make your spaghetti however you want. You put in whatever you normally want. You do it any way you want. That is totally up to you. You can go watch what I put in it, and if you want to, you can add that or however. But this does require you to use a 9x13, and I'm going to show you why. Because you are going to cook and prepare it how I showed you, and you are going to grab. Let me show you. A huge ass bag of cheese. I have one Fiesta blend and I have the rest of the mozz. And I'm gonna mix. And you are going to completely cover your spaghetti. Just go nuts. And it does have to be a cheese that will melt, but you can pick whatever cheese you want, your heart desires, you love. It could be any sort of Spanish cheese. It could be any kind of cheddar. It could be anything that you love and you use. Just make sure that it is a melting cheese. That's the only thing that I will say. Because obviously we're going to need it to melt. So I'm going to use that much of mozz. And then I'm going to get my Fiesta blend, which has shredded Monterey Jack. It has a queso and an asadero cheese in it. And those are just Spanish cheeses. So I'm going to completely cover this. And like I did last night, this is something you can make ahead and you can put in the fridge the night before. And then like my anchor dish came with a lid, as you saw. So I could just put that in the fridge. If yours doesn't, you could just use foil and put it in there for overnight. And then what I'm going to do while we're over there prepping the crescent rolls, or the dinner rolls, or meatballs, however you want to say it. This is going to be cooking in the same temperature, just so happens to be 350 as well. This is going to bake for 30 minutes. So it works in our favor. And I decided that because I knew I was going to make the meatballs, and I thought, well, what goes with meatballs? Spaghetti. Spaghetti and meatballs. Hey, it's a spaghetti and meatballs. You know? Hey. Another match made in heaven, right? So, I really, really hope you guys try this with your spaghetti recipes. I mean, essentially, you're just making spaghetti. You're putting it in a 9 by 13. You're covering the heck out of it with cheese. Then you're baking it. And that, you guys, that's not even the best part. It's not even the best part. I know you're saying like, hello, you done just covered it with cheese. How in the Sam heck is it gonna get better than that? Give me a half hour, y'all. I'll show you. I will show you how. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Like I say, you guys, always view it before you do it, because things like this, I will not only show you tips and tricks, but I don't just review recipes, although I say that. This was a Pinterest recipe I found like 5 years ago. 5 years ago. And like everything, I've adapted. I've adapted to what my family likes. Sometimes I don't add chili. Sometimes I add corn. Sometimes I add black beans. Sometimes I will mix chorizo or Italian sausage. It just depends on how I feel that day, or what I have in the fridge, or what I don't. It just depends. Hey, I just had mozzarella. I threw it in there. If I didn't, I wouldn't have it. So, this is what it looks like, you guys. So, like I said, 350, 30 minutes, uncovered. Okay guys, we are set up over here at my station. I apologize for the lighting. My light just went out, and my husband's running to Home Depot, but I told him I ain't gonna wait. So, here we are. And we are gonna start off with our dough sheet. Now, like I said, the recipe says you can get either the dough sheet or you can get the dinner rolls, either the regular or the 90 calorie, if you're watching your figure. But let's be honest, if you're making these, what are you doing? I don't know. So, we are starting here, following directions for once in our lives. Just kidding. So, peel these. Gotta have some muscles here, and then we're just gonna press firmly. Get our guns out and our buns. Well, you can't see my buns. I don't have any. Come on! Give it. Oh my gosh. Come on. What in the Sam heck? I don't. Give me it. Are you gonna. Really? Come on. Give it to me. What is your. Today, y'all, is not my day. Ha. You just gotta get angry. And I got plenty of it, so here we go. Alright, so we are going to open it. Roll her out. Roll out with the top down. Good song, I tell you. Let's give her a little sprinkadink on our waxy wax picker, so nobody sticks. Nobody needs to get sticky over here. Okay? No, nobody needs to get sticky. There's no need for any of that. Oink, oink, oink. Okay. Now that we feel professional when we're not. Shit. You guys. I normally would not rant. And it's not even about... There is a whole... Oh, try to woosah if you can. I can't. Like I was saying before, I saw this giant massive hole in my dough sheet that happened to be here with us today. Thank you for just making this even more annoying. We're gonna squish you on. Yeah, we're gonna squish you on, okay? Okay. All right, y'all. I just consulted with the husband, so 3 cuts. So 4. And then we're going to make 2 cuts this way. Okay. I got it. We're good. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I'm nervous. We're going to dip this in some flour. Not liking the stickage. There we go. Look at that, one hand in it. So, like I said, I'm not normally a venter, a ranter, and no, it's not about what y'all are thinking. It's not about what's going on in the world today. But on that, I will say, if anyone knows me, you will know that I am a people lover. I love everyone. I don't care where you came from. I don't care what color, shape, size, background. I don't care who you are. Okay, had to get it out. As I was saying. And I think an even bigger picture is that one human was murdered in probably one of the most horrific ways I have ever heard about. And it was not just by one Caucasian police officer, because there were multiple other officers involved who were of other races as well. And I'll give you my opinion on that. My opinion, if it were up to me, giving a sentence or a judgment upon them, there would be no prison time. Nope. I would take all of them out and I would kneel on their necks until they couldn't breathe while they're screaming for their mama. Let them go out the same way. Do unto others as you would want done to you. Eye for an eye. And those officers, those men, no. Why are we talking like they're human? They're not. They're monsters. They're evil monsters who do not deserve to breathe the same air, or air for that matter. That's my opinion on that. Sorry if I offended anyone on that, but that's me, because I love people, I love humans, I want to nurture and care. That's why I was in the medical field. Why? Because that's me. That is why I have this. I graduated from medical school, medical assistant, phlebotomist. I worked, getting heated. I love people. If you hurt someone, if you're a murderer, a rapist, if you hurt another human, that is not in your hands. That is not your will. That judgment of when it is a human's time to go is not yours. It belongs to him, no one else. If someone takes it upon them to do so, you deserve the same. There we go. Anyway, so that's that. Moving on, I apologize. So what we are going to do with these, now that these are all done, we are going to grab our mini bowl, okay? And should I just go ahead and put those in first? I guess so. Let's get these out of the way. So, like I said, I have a giant one just because when I make orders, they're huge. So anyway, I have grease with my Baker's Joy 12 because my oven runs hot in the back, so I'm gonna place that in the back. There we go. I've greased them, and it says to obviously place them in. So we've got our squares, okay, and we're gonna place them in there. No, you can't see it, damn it. Like I said, you guys, it's not a good day. I woke up late this morning and I'm like, oh, I'm doing a video. I had my spaghetti all made and I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. And then my doorbell rang. I'm like, what in the world is my doorbell ringing? It is Saturday morning, y'all. My doorbell don't ring. It rings yesterday because I have my TPN shipment, which is my my IV nutrition. So I know when that. And you guys, it was a certified letter that I had to sign for. And I'm like, who in the hell? Did I win something? Hell yeah. No, I did not. So I have been trying to find a new gastro doctor to deal with my feeding tube. Now, if any of you are squeamish or anything like that, I'm going to insert a picture for those who don't know what I'm talking about. You don't have to look. You can skip a couple seconds ahead so you don't have to see. It's fine. Whatever. This is what my feeding tube looks like. And I need to get it replaced because it is not functioning properly. The part that's not functioning is this part. I will show you. That seal right there is not sealed properly anymore. Taking a square, we are placing it in. And we are going to do like we always do with the rest of them. We're going to push it down and then up the sides. We're going to be careful because these are minis. Okay. Seems like these are pretty big for the minis, but whatever. So, my tube is not functioning, and that part that you saw, I have a dual tube. It's a GJ tube. It's a gastrojejunostomy tube. One part goes into the stomach, and then the other part goes into the intestines. And the purpose of that is the G, the one that goes into the stomach, allows me to vent when my stomach gets distended or bloating occurs. And then the J part allows me to push Miralax because the body still produces natural waste. So even though I do not eat, I still do accumulate natural waste. So I still do have to push some sort of laxative. So I use the Miralax, which is a easier stimulant on a body system. So I use those two tubes for that. The G part, the gastro one for the stomach, the seal has, I don't know how or why it broke or whatever, but it keeps spinning around and around and around. And when I go to vent, air is coming out. So it's just like pulling, like, you know, air out of a tire, you know? So, I asked my primary care doctor to refer me to a GI, and you'd think, hey, don't you have one? Yes, I did. I did have one at Emory because my specialists are up at Emory. But the picture I showed you, you might have been wondering what was that second hole next to the other one. Good question. Now I have had to have this tube replaced numerous times, you guys, numerous. I am, well, my situation in itself is very rare. But my tube had to have been changed numerous times because my intestines seem to like to loop around themselves for some reason. Yay! And the balloon that holds my tube in place likes to perforate and pop. And so I've had to have it changed numerous times. And I'm going on almost 9 years of having to deal with my tube getting changed and changed and changed. So not my first rodeo, right? Okay. Now what we're going to do with this is we are going to now grab our medium bowl, put our cheese, our seasonings, make sure we get all of it. Sorry for the noise. I apologize. It was stuck in there. So we have all our seasonings, we have our cheese in here, and then we're just kind of, you know, mix it up. Make sure all of the cheese is coated with all of the seasoning. Make sure it's beautiful. It smells like heaven in here. Almost exactly like the other recipe where my husband said it was like pizza and breadsticks all in one. It's reminding me of that. So like I was saying, not my first rodeo. Been there, done that, through many. And Emory, I went to the one doctor I had been seeing for 2 years at that point. It was a routine tube exchange. It was being done in endoscopy. I was going from a normal, just simple G tube, and he was placing my new, what you see is called a GJ Mickey button that sits flush against the stomach. What I had previously was a long tube that would stick all the way out, and I had to use a safety pin to attach it to my bra to hold it in. And during that procedure, you always sign a waiver with any procedure. It's normal. They tell you what can and cannot happen. During this one, he accidentally perforated my small bowel. So that hole, which I call my second belly button now, had to remove everything, the tube that he was trying to place that perforated my bowel, and then that had to close over the span of a month, and then he was allowed, I had to surgically have the new one placed to make sure the track was okay. But anyway, so that's why you see that one. So when he left, well, mysteriously 2 weeks after, he was no longer with Emory and relocated to Pennsylvania. Awkward. I was supposed to go to another doctor in that group, and he refused me 3 times with no explanation, and no other physician in that group would take me on, so I was left without a GI. Alright, done playing with the cheese. I apologize. Okay. Plus gently, about 2/3, leaving room, divide cheese among crescent cups, leaving room for a meatball. Okay, I can do that. So we're gonna place cheese, leaving room for a meatball. So I go to this doctor that my primary care doctor had referred me to, and he said that he referred me to him because it was a doctor I had seen before. I didn't recognize this doctor's name at all. And he goes, oh, well, he was a doctor you saw once in 2017. I'm like, okay. So that qualifies him to see me because what? No. So I'm like, whatever, you know, I'm not having luck finding anyone, so might as well. We're gonna grab our meatballs, and now we're gonna place those in here. Squish it. And So I go and I see this doctor, and my point I was trying to make was, this doctor I see at Emory. You want to talk about an arrogant doctor who thinks his, you know what, don't stink. Oh boy. And I've seen doctors at University of Penn State Hershey. Now, this one, he takes the cake. Yeah, wow. But this doctor, this GI doctor walks in and, oh boy, wow. When you go and you see a doctor, now I have a mask on, he has a mask on. So we're talking through masks, okay? All right, cool beans. We're gonna set the remaining cheese mixture aside. Cool. And, okay, so now we're gonna stick these in the oven and we're gonna bake for 10 minutes. I'm gonna take you over to the oven, show you what the spaghetti looks like while I pop these in the oven. Okay, so here is what your baked spaghetti should look like. Your cheese all melted, all beautiful, ooey and gooey. Now, our little meatball crescent cups went in the oven for 10 minutes. Then we're gonna top the meatball cups with the remaining cheese mixture, bake for another 5 to 7 minutes until they're all ooey and gooey too. Cool completely. Now the other cool thing about this one, because it's a make-ahead meatball cup, it tells you how you can make them ahead. So you can freeze them, you can transfer them fully cooled to a gallon-size resealable freezer plastic bag, and then you can just freeze them. And then it says to reheat them. Heat the oven back to 350. Remove the desired number of frozen cups that you want. Place them back into the mini muffin cup cookie sheet. Loosely cover it with a tinted foil that's been sprayed with cooking spray. And then you bake it covered for 15 to 17 minutes. And then Bob's your uncle, Susie's your aunt, hot diggity dame, there you go. But like always, the ingredients, the instructions will always be listed down below in the description box. Yeah, so there you go. So I'm talking to him, you know, like I said, mask's on, and the whole spiel. I know you guys probably this is too long. I apologize. I'll cut it. I promise. I'll cut it down. So, getting down to it. He's telling me, you know, why are you here? What do you need? And I say I need my button exchanged, and I tell him, you know, would it be more beneficial if I had an independent G and an independent J, not the button y'all see that's together, but it would be one tube where that one is, and then they would have to place another one on the side. And the benefit of that is those tubes are a wider gauge, and they would have, it's a less likelihood of them getting clogged, as you could say, or malfunctioning, as these ones tend to do over and over and over. So it would be less times that I would have to keep going in and getting it exchanged after the other. He just bypassed that, and then it came to a point where normally when you go and get this done, some people just go and have it in and out. Me, it doesn't work that way. It feels like my insides are being ripped out. So then normally it's kind of like a conscious sedation, like when you go in for a colonoscopy or something like that. Because what happens is I tend to reach up and grab someone, and it's the doctor who's doing it. Yep. Because I don't take pain meds at all. But for some reason during procedures and stuff like that, I don't do pain very well. So, anyways. And he didn't like that. He said, well, you would have to talk to the radiologist about that. And I said, well, that would be on the order sheet. You know, you order the procedure, and then it would be with the conscious sedation. He goes, no. And I'm like, yes. And he goes, no. And I'm like, Keep it together. You're gonna lose your shit. Then he goes, okay, well, let's go ahead, get up there and let's see, do the evaluation and whatnot. So, okay, still have our mask on, okay? I'm gonna get up onto the bed and I'm gonna lay down and then he's gonna look at my tube. I go to sit on the table. He goes, no, just go ahead and stay standing. What? Okay. So he goes to listen to my back, my lungs, and stuff like that. I had a t-shirt on and a hoodie. We're done, guys. We're done. I guess I'm done. Okay, let's go. There we go. Just squish them. Oh yeah, spoon works good. Just squish them back down into the puff pastry. I don't know what accent's gonna come out next. Okay. Just give it to me, guys. Give it to me. Okay, then we're gonna grab our shiz, our remainder shiz with our seasonings. Oh my gosh, you guys, just grab a bowl of cheese and put some seasonings in it and just play with it. It's just so fun, I guess is the word. Anyway, so I'm just gonna top them all. Anyway, so sorry the story is going on and on and on and on, and y'all probably don't even want to hear it. I apologize. It's just a rant. Because that letter came today on a Saturday, and I just saw him last week on a Thursday, and needless to say, I left that he didn't even look at my tube. He didn't even check it. It was just one of those where I kid you not, I walked out of there. They wanted to schedule the tube replacement in interventional radiology, which I told him not going to happen because they were horrible to me to the point of the same hospital. I kid you not, the same hospital where I got a lawyer and I was looking into medical malpractice. That's how horrible my last encounter with them was, and they deemed that experience not necessary for that, but you guys only knew about that one. Anyway, so I said no, not going to hop on, and I had heard that there was another doctor in that practice that had a younger doctor, and to me, in my experience, that I've had a lot, so don't come for me, I know exactly what I'm talking about, y'all. If you are chronically ill or terminally ill like myself, you will know exactly what I'm saying. Younger physicians have more heart towards patients, and that is because they're just coming out of their study, their school, and they have more passion. They just have more passion. And all of my older physicians are more towards retirement, and they're ready to get the hell out of there, and what do they care? Honestly, they don't. And especially with someone like me who's rare and there is no cure and they have seen nothing like it before, they have no time for it. They have no time because, number one, they don't want to admit they don't know what the hell they're doing or what they're talking about. And they just don't want to have anything to do with something like that. They don't even want to suggest for me to go to Johns Hopkins or something like that because they said they are more specialized in specialized care, not things that they have not seen. That's not their specialty. So, for anyone who is going to suggest that, thank you very much, but I've been down that road. I appreciate it though. Trust me, we've been down through every road. Oh, yeah, so there's that. But anyway, walked out of there and I said, can I get a second opinion with this other doctor in this practice, because I've heard that he's really good. Plus he had endoscopy experience when he graduated from Emory with honors and all of this stuff. I did my research on them. Obviously I do with wherever I go. And she goes, well, I will have to consult with both doctors and see what their answer is, and then I'll give you a call back. And I said, okay, because literally I have no idea what just happened. I don't even know what to say about that doctor other than I don't know. And she goes, well, I'm sorry you had a bad experience. I said, me too, hon. Walked out. I kid you not. I got home, walked in. 5 minutes later, she called. She said, well, I talked to both doctors. They said, if you want a second opinion, you have to go somewhere else. I said, really? Wow. Okay. And then, so today, the letter I'm talking to y'all about is sticking this in for another 5 to 7 minutes. It's from that doctor. And, oh, cheese down, people, cheese down. Oy. Be good. Okay, 5 to 7 minutes. I'm going to do 5. Okay, so the letter I got, y'all, and I'm going to read it to you verbatim. Okay? Certified letter. Okay? Let me just, I kid you not, it says this. I find it necessary to inform you that I will no longer be able to provide medical care to you. What did you provide me with? Huh, Mr. Fancy in your pantsy? What did you provide? I'll tell you. Not a damn thing, okay? Other than high blood pressure, okay? Since your condition requires continued medical attention, I suggest that you place yourself under the care of another physician without delay. You think? What do you think I was trying to do in the first place? If you desire, I'll be available for emergency care and appointments that are already scheduled for a reasonable amount of 30 days in parentheses. I don't have any other appointments, you douche. Generic letter. Nice. Do this much? Wonder why. After you receive this letter, but in no event after. I can assure you, Mr. Fancy Pants, there will be no other event after. You can suck it. This should give you ample time to select a physician of your choice. There are many competent physicians in your area. Really? Do they have an app? Can you send it to me? Is it competentphysicianmd.com? Do I swipe up or down? Contact me. You may wish to call Northside, this, that, and the other at whatever for a referral line. Oh, that's what I have to do, huh? I didn't know that you and every other hospital in the entire United States of America has the same thing. I should have done that before. With your written authorization, I will make a copy of your medical records available to your new physician. What medical records of mine do you have? I saw you once, what, in 2017, and I'm pretty goddamn sure it was in the ER. You know nothing about me, sir. And I don't want to know nothing about you either. So as far as I'm concerned, that one 10-minute encounter that you found absolutely nothing about me, we're done. You had to send me a certified letter I had to sign for what? To prove to me yet again you're a pompous, arrogant asshole? Honey, I know. I've been there, done that, through 3 states, sweetheart. So, people who are terminal, trying to get help, a tube replaced, a malfunctioning tube, people just want to get my tube replaced. Can't do that. But you're gonna send me a certified letter that costs you what? What did it cost you, you piece of shit? Let's grab it. It cost you a whopping. Are you really? $6.95? You had to pay $6.95 to tell me that? May the Schwartz be with you that I don't stop by your office on Monday and tell you what I think of you. Or that I don't tell your car what I think of you. Oh, Puddin', I'm just kidding. Or am I? I know where your office is, sweet pea. Okay guys, so I have everything kind of like assembled, but I'm going to deassemble in just a second. That's Liam in the back. So, bring this up to you. I just stuck them on top. Aren't those cute? You could serve it like that. So, give me a second. I'll take one down, pass it around. Trying to think here. So, what you would do, now I cut the baked spaghetti into 12 pieces as well, is you would cut those just like that. Now, those who were with me live, like I said, my Luna, my Aunt Vicky, and my cousin Natalie were there. You can go check out and see how I made that. And I'm going to bring that up to you in just a second so you could see how that turns out. So I just took out one square. I'll just set you in there for a sec. Just like that. Because in there I said it'll turn out like a thick piece of cake. And it does. Well, that ooey gooey goodness. So, that's what the baked spaghetti looks like. Then, we take our little, look at that little dude. What's up? Plop him over his little hat. For the little hat, right? Now, I'm going to grab two because, obviously, I want to cut one open for you guys, right? Cut one in half. Now, obviously, the meatballs are fully cooked. That's what it called for, so it's a fully cooked meatball. Right? Fully cooked meatball. Cute little doodad, right? Right? Okay. But, here's the thing. This is how it was served. So, well, do I want to get something dirty? Not really. But, I guess I will do so. Can you grab me one of the white bowls, please? Thank you. Let me just set this on here. Okay. I'll put on the one I cut opened and one. They served it on there with some marinara, and it looked pretty. So I'll do just that. Oh, and let there be light. Back. Thank you. And it did have like a bay leaf on it, or a basil leaf. I'm not all for greenery, you know me. That's just for presentation, so, you know. So, there you go. Your baked spaghetti with your little make-ahead meatball crescent cups. Boop, 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 boop. And the hubby will try. He's had the baked spaghetti a gazillion times, so essentially it's just trying the little meatball doodads. So, yeah, those are how those little guys, those were really fun to make. Those took no time, and like I said, you know, the previous video, he stated that it smelled like pizza mixed with garlic bread, and that's exactly what mixing that cheese with those herbs smelled like. It smells like garlic bread. So, you know, how fun is that? And like I said, you could just serve it like this, because as you can see, I've already cut all the spaghetti into pieces, so everyone can go ahead and serve their own, you know, slice of baked spaghetti cake, I guess if you want to call it. I don't know. I just call it baked spaghetti, but you can call it whatever you want to. And like I always say, add whatever you want. It's up to you. It's your thing.
Very good.
So now I just have the joy of cleaning up and doing dishes. Thank you guys for joining me for another episode, and I hope you guys view it before you do it, because I will always try to give you tips and tricks and see if you guys enjoy them for your family. And I hope you make it. If you do, please, please, please tag me on Instagram. Show me if you make it. I've had a couple people tell me that they've made my recipes, but I haven't seen you on Instagram with your pictures, so show me. So thank you guys again so much. If you're new, please subscribe, hit that like button, share the notification bell, and always, from my kitchen to all of yours, mwah.